Hello! In this quick video, I will show you how to wire your artwork. This is required by many art galleries and exhibitions, and is also very convenient for your home. Here's what you will need: a framed painting or picture, picture hanging wire. The one I am using is called plastic-coated, stranded, stainless steel picture hanging wire number 4. The spool is 145 feet long. You can find the name of this wire in the description of the video. 2 D-rings and 2 screws. The ones I am using are called frame triangle ring hangers. My pack came with 100 D-rings and screws. You can also find the name of this product in the description of the video. A small long-nosed plier, scissors, a screwdriver. I used a Phillips head screwdriver, a pencil, a ruler. None of these materials are very expensive. However, if you don't want to buy all of the products and do everything yourself, you can definitely get your painting wired by a professional framer. My framer told me it would cost $10 to $15 for most paintings. This is what a professionally wired painting looks like. Before I start explaining the wiring process, here are a few important things to know. Number 1, your painting must be framed. You can either buy a frame at an arts and crafts store or get your painting framed professionally. Number 2, framing for your home versus framing for a gallery is very different. Frames for your home are generally fun and bolder. In contrast, a frame for an exhibition is as discreet as possible. It's thin, neutral colored, and doesn't have ornate details. Here is an example of a typical frame for an exhibition. Number 3, if you do buy a frame at an arts and crafts store, it will probably look like this in the back. This is called a sawtooth hanger. This is not accepted in art shows. These sawtooth hangers are also not accepted, even if they are of better quality. If you buy a frame, it may also look like this in the back. This is not accepted in art shows either. Now let's get started with the wiring process. First, you must decide how far down from the top you want your D-rings to go. You should aim to position them a quarter or a third of the way down from the top of the painting. Using a ruler, measure the length of your frame along the edge. My frame is 15 inches long. Mark your spot using a pencil. My pencil mark is 5 inches or a third of the way down from the top. Repeat along the opposite edge. Position 1 D-ring on the pencil mark. It should not be completely in line with the edge of the frame, nor should it be completely perpendicular. Point it upward about 45 degrees. Use your screwdriver to secure the D-rings with your screws into the frame. You will be making 2 holes. Your 2 D-rings are now securely attached to the frame. The next step is attaching the wire. You must first measure the length of your picture wire. This is important because if the wire is too long, it will show above the top edge of the painting. If the wire is too short, the painting will lean away from the wall at a downward angle once it is up on the wall. Your wire should be double the width of the frame you are hanging, as you can see on the picture. You will trim the excess when done. Now it is time to knot the wire around the first D-ring. Here is how I remember it every time. Above, above, below, below. What does that mean? First, insert about 5 inches of the wire through the D-ring from above. You can see the ruler measuring the wire in the picture. This is above number 1. Second, place the 5-inch strand of wire above the longer strand. It will look like a lowercase q. This is above number 2. Third, take the 5-inch strand and insert it through the D-ring, except this time, insert it from below. This is below number 1. Fourth, insert the end of your strand into the loop you created in step 2. Insert it below the loop. This is below number 2. You should now have a loose knot. Pull slightly on the wire to make it taut, but do not tighten it too much. If you need another visual, here is a great picture from the spool of wire I am using. Now let's move to the second D-ring. Start with step 1 of the knot. Insert your strand of wire through your second D-ring from above. However, before we complete the rest of the knot, we need to make sure the wire is correctly measured. Use your ruler to measure 2 inches from the top of your frame. Bring the wire to the spot in the middle of the frame. Place your finger to hold it there. With your other hand, pull the wire tightly through the second D-ring. Note where the wire bends through the D-ring and pinch it to make a clear mark. You can use a long nose pliers or your fingers. Now let's finish the knot. We already did the first above, so continue to the next steps. Remember, above, below, below. Once you are finished with both knots, cut the excess wire. Using your ruler, measure 3 inches of wire and cut off the rest. Then, wrap the 3 inches of wire as tightly as possible around the bottom of your knot. Repeat on the other side. You are done! Your painting is ready to be placed on a wall for an exhibition. Thanks for watching this video.